I just can't imagine having to say goodbye anytime soon. Good morning, y'all. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit in my feels today. For one thing, both of my kids are outgrowing all of the sizes that they're currently wearing. So I'm going through all their clothes and sort of packing away everything that doesn't fit them anymore, and then pulling out the bigger stuff that they're not quite fitting just yet. And you know, it's always just kind of a little bit of an emotional thing when they get bigger. My mom's best friend sent these cute little outfits. I think they're 3 to 6. Yeah, 3 to 6. But I think they'll already fit her. You know how sometimes depending on the brand, like it's gonna fit like larger or smaller sizes. So I think these are gonna fit her pretty soon. And she's actually her most comfortable in like shorts and bloomers and things. She hates pants. Oh, by the way, this is just a burn from my clothing iron last week, and I know I'm probably gonna get some questions in the comments about it. But anyway, Thora really does not like pants or anything that's like super warm. Definitely taking after me in that regard. So she has mostly been wearing like little 2-piece sets that have like bloomers and stuff. And I was thinking that it might be easy to make some little like skirts or some, you know, like little elastic skirts to go with some of her onesies, since she's not a big fan of wearing pants. And I figured a good way to test it out is to just use some of this material and make a little elastic skirt to go with this onesie. And then of course, in true ADHD fashion, I started thinking about all the fabric that I have that I don't really want to make like, you know, like tag toys and bibs out of. All the fabric that I could make little elastic skirts out of. Oh my gosh. I have this Halloween fabric that I've been dying to use for something, and I haven't been exactly certain what I wanted to make with it, but I think I want to make a little skirt for Thora for Halloween as well. I'm just gonna show y'all real quick. Here it is. Oh my gosh, can you imagine this with like a little black or purple onesie? And I think I even have lace in the orange color. Like, stop it, this would kill me. This would absolutely kill me. But yeah, I mean, I just have a lot of like holiday prints that I don't really know what to do with, because this is all fabric that my mother gave me from her stash. And I could just make little skirts out of these. Sell them on Etsy. Okay, enough Halloween tangent. This might be a fun little first skirt to start with, because it would also have to be free drawn like the doll's dress. Like I just take Thora's waist measurement and then measure down from her belly button to her knee, and then sort of make a pattern from that. Then, you know, make it wide enough, and then the elastic will get it all gathered and cute. And then maybe I'll add the lace on this skirt as well. I think that's something I want to get started on this afternoon. I originally had wanted to do it in the morning, but I spent all morning really worried about my cat. Said I wasn't gonna get emotional. My oldest senior cat was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease a few years ago, and he's on the decline, and we've been doing what we can. He was on some antibiotics for a while. He was on an appetite stimulant. I've been giving him various different forms of like weight gaining supplements, from gels to liquids to treats. And it's like he gets better and then he declines again. And then he gets better, and then he declines again. And I don't know exactly what we need to do. So we have another vet appointment this week. So I want to run some tests and see exactly what's going on. And I guess I'm going to have to see what level his renal failure is at, you know, and, you know, see whether it's something that can be treated long term, or if this is sort of like the beginning of the end, which really sucks for me to think about, because that cat saved my life, man. Before I was ever diagnosed with ADHD, I was diagnosed late when I was 25. Before I was ever diagnosed with ADHD, I struggled a lot with depression because my unmedicated symptoms were making my life so hard. And there was a point when I went back up to Seattle to stay the summer with my mom and was working up there, and my depression got so bad. And she said, hey, you know, one of my friends, her cats had kittens. Do you want to go pick out a kitten? You know? And we drove across Washington State and picked up this little black and white cat. And he really pulled me out of the trenches of one of the worst depressions of my life. He gave me a reason to keep going. And I know a lot of people think about pets and, oh, it's just an animal, but this wasn't just an animal to me. He's been my best friend for over 14 years. When I came back down to LA, I was getting my own apartment, and my mom was like, okay, well, let's pack up all your stuff from the house and we'll drive down there. And she and I drove down 1,000 miles from Seattle to Los Angeles with that cat and my lizard. And so that cat has moved with me from Washington down to LA, and he was in my first apartment with me, like he was my roommate. It was just me and him and a blow-up mattress on the floor in the living room, and I lived in that apartment until Kameron and I moved to this house. So he's been with me the whole time, and I just can't imagine having to say goodbye anytime soon, you know? And it's weird because a year ago, Squawk's a similar age as Faticus. And when Squawk was sick a year ago, I had him tested for everything, and his kidneys were perfect. Like, the doctor's like, he's perfect, he just has an infection. But Faticus had all these other issues that were starting to pop up a few years ago, and they're getting worse. And it's just, like, weird to me that two cats could be the same age and have the same life, essentially, and eat the same things, and one of them, like, it's like they're gonna live forever, and then the other one's just sick, you know? So yeah, that's been kind of weighing on me this whole weekend, and I wish I didn't worry so much when my cats get sick, because I really wanted to relax this weekend, and I just spent, like, majority of the weekend worrying about my cat. He seems to be doing all right, though. I've been giving him fluids and the weight-gaining supplements. We have that appointment for him this week to get checked out, so I guess we'll see. Oh, I just realized it's 4 p.m. Oh my gosh, the whole day is gone. And I have to go make some dinner for my family. We'll see if I actually get to that sewing project or not. I do apologize. I know a lot of people are creeped out by these dolls, but this doll is basically the same size as Thora right now, and I wasn't about to wake her up from, she's, you know, got down for the night, so this doll is being my model. It's not a bad first attempt. There are some things I would do differently. I think ultimately I'm just gonna keep making little skirts for her to wear and then just sort of perfect the technique over time and figure out how much fabric I'm actually going to need in terms of like gathering for the waist and everything. I feel like I could have made it a smidge longer so it would be a little bit more ruffly and poofy. But no, not a bad first attempt at all. It is really cute, actually. It's making me think that when I do the matching outfits for Kieran's birthday, that I should also just make her a little skirt out of this material as well. That would be really cute. I'm glad I came in here and did this, because I have spent entirely too much time this weekend worrying and not enough time spending, you know, quality time with my family and doing stuff that's relaxing and fun for me. So I'm glad I got a little something fun done this weekend. But now it's time for bed. I'm not usually up this late. I'm usually asleep like dead asleep by now. I'm gonna go to bed. I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.